Oh man, so has the bottom come in for Bitcoin? Sam Bankman-Fried, one of the biggest billionaires in the space, has come out with a damning verdict that things have only just begun and are likely to deteriorate much more. In this video, not only are we going to go through that, we're also going to look at the Fantom and Cardano price action. It's been a while since we've done some technical analysis on those. Smash up the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, if you want to buy any crypto, you can do so on BYBIT and BitGet, two of the exchanges I recommend the most, and you've got some amazing bonuses just for our community members using the affiliate links in the description which support the channel. Now, as you can see on the Bitcoin price, we've got a flat day today, as expected. It's the weekend. We don't have the correlation with the equity markets to pull us down to the downside. If you haven't watched my Bitcoin video from earlier, go ahead and watch that. But this is what I wanted to speak about today. We've got crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried says more exchanges will fail as the industry faces a brutal downturn. He has not minced his words right here. Sam Bankman-Fried, owner of one of the biggest crypto exchanges, FTX, tier 1 exchange, along with the likes of Binance, right? And Sam Bankman-Fried has been in the press recently a lot with the downturn of Celsius. He took a look at Celsius and he refused buying Celsius, saying there was a $2 billion hole in the balance sheet, plus they were a bit difficult to get on with. So Celsius, who have now halted withdrawals for now, I think going into the third week, users' funds are locked into Celsius, and yet they cannot find a suited buyer. Sam Bankman-Fried also helped BlockFi, who were also struggling with revolving credit facility, plus buying some of those shares. So huge things going on. And Sam Bankman-Fried, who, by the way, gets to see all the exchanges. It's his industry, it's his business. If anybody understands how difficult it is to run an exchange in a bear market, it's this guy, Sam Bankman-Fried. So we need to heed the warning that things could get much worse. And if exchanges continue to suffer, guess what's going to happen to the Bitcoin price? We're going to continue to see more capitulation, more contagion, and more downside. Hate to sound like a bear, but I'm here to give it to you real. It's super easy for me to sit here and say, oh, we're going to go back to 50k Bitcoin, go buy Bitcoin, great, yeah, moon. No, I'm going to tell you that I've been bearish for quite a while now. And trust me, now's the time to get to work. Now's the time to accumulating. And you're going to hate me during a bear market. Why? Because things are going to get boring. In a bear market, I'm going to be saying to you, whilst everybody else is saying the price is going to go to $1 million on Bitcoin, I'm going to be telling you to trim your profit. So make sure you subscribe, because you're going to get the reality check on this channel unlike any other channel. Now let's go straight into what Sam Bankman-Fried had to say. There are some third-tier exchanges that are already secretly insolvent. Huge statement right now. Basically, he says he knows there are third-tier exchanges out there who already are secretly insolvent. And we don't know who they are, guys. We don't have this inside information. It could be any of the exchanges at any moment which we are using. I could be using it right now day to day. You could be using it day to day. It could just be a normal part of our lives, and they could be suffering, struggling, trading insolvent, pretending everything is okay. And this is the tricky thing. If you're looking at a normal company, sometimes with a normal company, you can get away with giving a few warning signs. With a crypto exchange, a centralized crypto exchange, they cannot show any weakness, because if they show any weakness, you will see there'll be a massive run on that exchange, and it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy that they're struggling, because everyone's going to ask for withdrawal. So an exchange has to pretend everything is okay. Now, we saw what happened over the last kind of 24 hours with KuCoin. In my video earlier today, go watch that. The CEO of KuCoin hit back saying, this is just FUD. We're in great shape. But how do we know? How do we know? Not your keys, not your coins. So as a public service announcement, guys, I've said this plenty of times, you need to hold your coins. In other words, if you don't have your keys and you're not taking care of your keys, it's not your crypto, it's held to that exchange. I mean, just ask the people who unfortunately lost money with Celsius or have money locked into Celsius. They cannot access it right now. So in effect, it's not their money. Okay, let's carry on. What else did Sam Bankman-Fried say? There are companies that are basically too far gone, and it's not practical to backstop them for reasons like a substantial hole in the balance sheet, regulatory issues, or that there is not much of a business left to be saved, okay? And now, remember, we've spoken about this at length. I made a separate video about the genius of Sam Bankman-Fried. In one essence, it is genius, but two, it's just the fact that he sat on dry powder. Whoever is able to sit on dry powder, they look like a genius in a bear market. Why? Because if you've got cash right now, everybody knows Bitcoin is cheap right now. But the person who's able to go and buy is those that have kept cash. Those that nibbled and didn't go all in when Bitcoin was at 30 or all in at 25. You keep nibbling. Your decisions do not need to be binary. I don't know why, particularly when people are new to crypto, they think there needs to be a price you buy in, and they want an answer from someone like me to say, yeah, buy Bitcoin at 17. And when we get to 132K per Bitcoin, sell everything. That's not how investment works. You ladder in when the prices are low, and you ladder out when prices are high. So there's not a clear take profit sign. You start trimming your positions. And as long as you keep doing that, you generally buy low and you generally sell high, you make a profit. It's not rocket science, is it? But it takes psychology and training and wisdom around the markets to be able to do that. And that's what Sam Bankman-Fried is able to do. He's in a position where other exchanges, his competitors, are struggling, and he's able to buy the assets if there are any. He's able to go fishing, looking at the balance sheets of all these companies. Oh, look, BlockFi. Oh, look, Nexo. Oh, KuCoin, are you next? I'll take a look at your balance sheet as well. Celsius, 2 billion hole in there. I don't want anything there. And he's able to pick up assets cheap, which when we're next in a bull run, are going to pay huge dividends for him. So take that analogy and use it for your portfolio. If you're able to go and get cash right now and put it into crypto, not financial advice, you know you're getting a substantial discount to all-time highs right now, and that's going to pay dividends over the future. Let's see. So definitely a big warning to be taken here from Sam Bankman-Fried. Now let's take a quick look here at the Bitcoin price before flicking onto Fantom and then Cardano. So as you can see, Bitcoin is fairly flat here over the last 24 hours. It's trying to consolidate around this 19,000 mark and trying to prevent itself from going back to 18,600. But more likely than not, I do expect another visit down to 18,600 and potentially coming back down to 17,600 here. It's just a matter of when, and that's what we need to find out. When is that going to happen? If you want a full breakdown of Bitcoin, go watch my video from a couple of hours ago. But on Fantom, which is what we're going to focus on today, we have to continue to look at the price target of this. First of all, coming back down to here, which is the bottom here, I'm expecting us to come back down to 23-24 cents down here. Okay, at the bottom of this channel here, you can see we're getting rejected by our EMA. Just like I told you guys the other day, do not be surprised by these. I don't know how many people get caught up by these little things here, which is just a consolidation into your EMA ribbon. Do not fight the trend. Let that happen. Let that call off. Don't chase it. And you're probably going to see the next impulse wave down coming through past 23. So that's what we're looking out for here on Fantom. Thereafter, what are the other key levels? Well, if I head on over to the 4-hourly, you'll see that the next major level of support you'll have is coming in here at 21 cents. And then you have the bottom of the wedge, which starts to bring you at 19 cents. So those are the key levels I'm looking at, 20 to 21 cents, and then 19 cents at the bottom of the wedge. Those are the situations we need to be prepared for. If Bitcoin really wants to tumble below 17,600, then 15 cents can start to come into play here for Fantom. Now, what is going on with Cardano? Let's take a quick look at Cardano, because Cardano's relatively flat here on the day, and the exact same thing. Don't be surprised by this flatness. It's just going into its EMA ribbon here on the 4-hourly candle. And again, I fully expect it, if Bitcoin rotates to the downside, to come back down to 43 cents and maybe, just maybe, even start coming down to testing the lows from here. Remember, these lows are more around 44 to 41 cents, and those are the price points we're looking at right now on the charts for Cardano. I mean, it feels insane to be talking about Cardano at these price points. I mean, we look here at the daily chart. If I just kind of tidy it up a little bit here. I mean, you look here on the daily chart. Let's take off the EMA ribbon. I mean, you're buying Cardano now at insane prices, insane prices. In fact, this particular chart doesn't go as far back as to show you when it was last at these prices. But if you look at the Fibonacci from swing low to swing high, this is what's impressive. A golden ratio bounce, which is just to get back to 61 to 65% of your retracement, okay, which is the golden ratio level here, gets you a Cardano between $2 and $2.14. So the risk reward here is a comfortable 5x, which is why you definitely want to look at these to start picking up when we're ready for our next bounce. Not financial advice, but something I'm definitely positioning myself to do. As you guys know, I'm researching my favorite plays, getting ready to see which ones do I want to continue to add to my portfolio. We look at something like Fantom, whether you look at the fundamentals as well, where you see it's hugely undervalued in terms of its total value locked. We explained that in numerous videos, but also a bounce to the Fibonacci level here comfortably gets you to about $2.30 to $2.39. So again, an amazing risk to reward ratio here on some of the layer ones out there. And for me, you know, I don't need to keep harping on about it, but the layer one narrative is going to be the narrative. Once this resolves itself, and we don't know how long it's going to take. Right now, like I've made very clear, I'm focused on Bitcoin and then a little bit of Ethereum. But there will come a time when we've stabilized, when we look like we're ready to start rotating back up, then I'm going to pick up my altcoin purchases. And it's going to start with solid layer one solutions. I'm going to ladder in to layer one solutions, which I think will be the heart of this crypto ecosystem. And that is where I think the money will flood once the markets get much more comfortable. But once Bitcoin's had its run and that money flows to Ethereum, And then alts, I want to be positioned in some of those clear winners in the layer 1 space. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, do smash up the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, check out BYBIT and BitGet. Links in the description if you want to buy any crypto. Those are the 2 exchanges I use on a daily basis for my trading and also just for my normal dollar cost averaging and buying. You can use the spot markets. You can transfer it to your hard wallets. You don't have to leave it on those exchanges. They're just a great exchange with good fees for you guys to use. And you've got sign up bonuses using my affiliate links in the description. Go watch this video and I'll see you in the next one.